And today I'm going to be talking about why most people are jealous when you have a good physique. I'm going to tell y'all a story about an old friend of mine that I used to have, and we used to be cool. He actually worked at my old job that I used to work at. I used to work at this department store. I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't know if anybody I know recently may come across this video, so just to be safe, I'm gonna just say it's a department store. But anyway, at this old job of mine, I had this old coworker that I used to be somewhat cool with. Initially, at first, I didn't really see the signs that he was jealous or had jealous intent. But what I've noticed is every time me and him would be around girls or females, every time the females at my job, whenever I told them that, I go to the gym, I work out, I'll show them my Instagram fitness page, right? Because I have an Instagram fitness page, you know what I mean? And I have a lot of fitness clips up on there, just showing my physique and everything, right? And I'm proud of my physique. I worked really hard to get this physique, so I'm going to show it off. And a lot of people may take that the wrong way. A lot of people may see that as you being very self-absorbed or narcissistic or egotistical, right? Or you're just so self-absorbed, you only care about yourself. You're so infatuated with yourself. When in reality, I'm just showing off something that I worked my ass off to get this physique. Because I didn't always have this physique. You know what I'm saying? I didn't always have this. You feel me? I used to be way skinnier than this. The reason how me and him connected was because he told me that he was also into working out and going to the gym. So while we had something to connect on, I came out of nowhere and just asked him, like, yo, bro, like, if you want, we could work out sometime. We could get a gym session in. You feel me? If you cool with it, Because at the time, I thought he was a genuine cool dude. You feel me? So I figured, why not, right? And he said he would be down for it. We went to the gym together like twice. And for the most part, it was cool. It was chill. There was no weird shit going on. But I can honestly tell you, after this experience that I had, this is the reason why I like working out by myself. I'm going to just be real with y'all. And I don't really like going to the gym with people like that. I just like to work out by myself, be in my own zone, be in my own world. Don't have any distractions in my face. I just like to be in my own mode. I don't really like to be bothered like that. After those 2 times of me going to the gym with him and everything, I noticed that he started to become very distant, and he would have these little microaggressions and micro facial expressions on his face every time a girl would compliment me on my physique. I'm not saying this to brag or be braggadocious or anything, but it would be a couple of girls that would flirt with me and shit at my old job. I genuinely believe that he was jealous because of that. He wasn't getting the same type of female attraction that I was getting, and because of that, he felt some type of way. So he would say little slick shit out of his mouth. He would say little snarky comments, but he would mask it as a joke when really he's being condescending and he's saying these little snarky comments, right? He would say little shit like, well, damn, she needs to relax. I don't know why she on you like that. He'll say little slick shit like that. When in reality, they're just complimenting my physique. They like how my body looks. I can't help that. You know what I mean? So who am I to tell these girls, right, these young ladies, who am I to tell them to stop? But he felt some type of way. And I also noticed he started being very sarcastic in some of these situations. And anybody knows me, I don't like that sarcastic shit. Do not bring that sarcastic shit around me. And it's not like me and this dude was friends or anything. We was just cool and we happened to work at the same job. This is when the shit gets crazy, right? So me and him was talking to the same girl, but I didn't know at first, right? So it was this girl at my old job that I was messing with, you feel me? And long story short, I cracked, I beat her cheeks up, went crazy, right? And she told me that another dude was hitting her up. I didn't really care. As a matter of fact, I was confused as to why she was even telling me this shit in the first place. But Because why are you telling me about another dude? But when she mentioned the dude's name, that's when it kind of like sparked my interest. I'm like, that name sounds familiar. Like, you know what I mean? And then she showed me his Instagram, because she had him on Instagram too. She was talking to another dude, which is perfectly fine because I didn't care. I was still talking to other girls at the time too, so I didn't give a fuck. But she was cool because we were both on the same page and not one of us was being misled by the other. When she showed me the guy that she was talking to, I was like, oh shit, that's homeboy from the job. You feel me? So when she showed me his profile, I'm like, what the fuck? And then she showed me the messages and shit. And this is why I'm a private person, and this is why I like to keep shit to myself, because when you're dealing with a woman like that, it just showed me what kind of woman she is, right? She's showing me this shit, right? She could have kept that shit to herself, but she chose to, you feel me, show it to me. And this dude was on some weirdo shit, man. He had my name in his mouth, and he asked her some real crazy, wild shit. He said, between me and him, whose meat is bigger? He asked her that. Because apparently he fucked her too. I didn't care, you know what I mean? But it's like, why would I give a fuck? She ain't my girl, you know what I mean? I was just having fun with her at the time. And I guess he had his little fun with her too. But this nigga really asked her, like a weirdo. Like, this nigga really asked her whose meat is bigger. And she straight up told him that my shit was bigger than his. This nigga had the micro penis. That's tough. And she even went further. She took it even a step further. She also told him that I made her come while he didn't. But I'm not saying all of this to bash the dude, right? Because to be honest, I really don't have any animosity towards him. But what's really confusing and just very like weird to me is, why would you as a grown man ask a woman whose meat is bigger? Like, to me, that is just weird. Like, who does that, for one? And it's not very masculine. It gives off very female-like tendencies. He's acting like a woman, bro. This dude is acting like a woman. I would have never did no weirdo bozo shit like that, me personally. Like, why do you care about how big another dude's meat is? Pause. That's weird. It's very strange. You know what I mean? But this dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if he had shit going on or whatever. But it was obvious that he was jealous of me and he just didn't like me. He didn't like the fact that the girls at the job, they all liked me. They were all into me. They were all attracted to me. I'm about to put y'all onto some game, right? So if you ever want to know if somebody's like fake or like really not for you, or they're like really not your friend, look at their micro facial expressions, right? So for example, right? Let's say you got a friend, right? Tell them some good news. This is a test, right? But you as the person, you as the individual, you have to pay attention, because these micro facial expressions only occur within 5 seconds. It's really quick and fast, so you really have to really pay attention. Let's say you tell your friend that you just got a new car. Look at their micro facial expressions. If their micro facial expressions change, like just for a minute or for a few seconds, they go from that to like having like this fake smile on their face, trying to act like they're happy for you when deep down they're really not. That's not your friend, bro. You need to cut them off. Never talk to them again. Real shit. I'm being honest with you, bro. Real shit, bro. But you gotta pay attention, because these micro facial expressions only happen for a split second. They only happen for a split second. So you gotta pay attention. You gotta be careful. A lot of people just don't really be having your best interest at heart, and a lot of people be snakes. And this is why me personally, this is why I just stay to myself and I be on my dolly, and I don't really bring a lot of people into my circle, because a lot of people just be weird, fake, they be bozos, and I just don't really be having the time for that bullshit. I got goals and dreams that I'm trying to achieve and that I'm working and striving for. I don't have time to be going back and forth with dudes and all that, because that's female shit. That's what women do. I'm a man. I'm not arguing with no man. I'm not arguing with nobody. I don't argue with people. That's another thing y'all should know about me too. I do not argue with people, right? Like at all. Because that's what women do. That's a female trait. That is a feminine trait. I'm not a woman. So I'm not arguing with nobody. Women do that. I'm not a woman. I'm not doing shit like that. You know what I mean? You will never get an argument out of me. Now, if you want to sit down and have a conversation, right, and try to find a solution to whatever problem we're having, I'm down for that. But if it gets to the point where, like, we're calling each other out of each other's name, we're just being disrespectful, we're making snarky comments, I don't have time for that. That's childish. It's immature. It's feminine. This goes back to my point for this video, man. This is why a lot of people will be jealous of you if you have an attractive physique, right? Because if they don't have an attractive physique themselves, and they see how women are gravitating towards you because of this physique, they see the attention that you're getting, right? It makes them feel some type of way. It lowers their confidence. They have low self-esteem. But what these individuals don't understand is, what they should do is use that energy to work on themselves and self-improve on themselves. Because I didn't always look like this, bro. I currently weigh 170 pounds. I didn't always look like this. I didn't. I used to be way skinnier than this. Instead of hating, you should be working on yourself. Incorporating a form of self-improvement for yourself. Get in the gym, work out. You can be lean too. Anybody could be lean if they want. They just have to put in the work. Right? Have discipline. Have structure in your life. Then you can get the physique that you want. But just know it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But yeah, man, that's the end of the video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'm going to catch y'all later, man. I'm out.